have this as something that we can always look and fall back on. And yes, I know I didn't have it recording from the beginning, but guess what? It's live. It's running live. So it's actually being recorded live as we speak, guys. But like I said, I want to bring to the stage my friend, my bra, all the way down in Jamaica. I've literally only physically met this gentleman once, but trust me, I feel like I've known him for years. Yes. So as I call him, one, the poet of health, because I told him I think it was last night I was on a call with him. And I said, listen, Clive, just give me the book, man. Give me the book with the rhyming in it. The words that rhyme and they go together. I just need that book. So when I speak, at least I can flow, because I don't think I flow. Sometimes I feel like talk backwards. But man, when he speaks, he says one word, it flows to the next, it flows over the hill, runs in the water, goes over the pebbles. You'd be like, okay, I can hear this. I can listen to this. So I call him personally the poet of health, but also he's a guru, because you know what a guru is. A guru is somebody who knows at least 1 to 2% more than you do. And trust me, he know a whole heap of percent more than any of us on this call when it comes to the microbiome. So we call him here Guru Clive Microbiome Campbell. Did you make it to the call?
Hey, most definitely. Thank you so much, Queen Dr. Ruth and Lightborn. Always so kind with your words, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for what you do in starting the call, and you have so much more to do even before this call comes to an end. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to chime in and to say welcome. Welcome to all of us on the call right now, and for those who will be chiming in soon after this. You are at the right place at the right time. You are in good company. You are on Microbiome Planet. We thank you for coming. We appreciate the person who invited you. Hope tonight as you come, you may have an issue in your tissue. You may be crying, you may be praying, you may be asking. The doctors may say, I'm not sure what to do now. And the doctors might not have any good news for you. They're still trying to interpret the results that came back the last time. Well, you're still praying, you're still hoping. And we are hoping that you hear something tonight that may make some connection, the missing pieces to your health puzzle, and so that you may move forth tonight requesting the products that we will tell you about, all 4 of them, so you may have a better understanding of these products, the company, and the business that we are a part of. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Microbiome Call. You know, I always like to start by saying that the day you were born, you were recognized as being 99% human cells, 1% microbial cells. But in the next 3 years following your birth, something dramatic, something transformational, something amazing would have happened right under your nose that not even your mom and your dad or your guardians recognized, but it happened because it was ordained by God. You see, you, by that time, 36 months after you're born, you have acquired some things about you that is necessary, very essential part of your makeup. It's, ladies and gentlemen, by the time 36 months pass, you would now be 90% microbial and therefore 10% human cells. You would now have the microbiome, the microbes like that of an adult. And you would have that now until the day that you die. That transformation is what medical science is now recognizing. It is not just us here saying this. If you were to go to the search engines, and I know you know how to search, and we have been saying this now for nearly 8 months, you would see that what we are saying is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And the same thing that Dr. Betty Adias of Sankey Mayer Lab said. If we are going to help people, we need to tell them the truth. And ladies and gentlemen, this company is not about giving you a 6 or a 9. This information is real. This information is what you might really be looking for, maybe what you need to understand why certain medications may not be working well, why you're having allergies in terms of the food you're eating, why you can't eat certain gluten stuff, why you're allergic to this, why you're allergic to that. You may get some answers here tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, this transformation took place in the early stage of your life and remain. Medical science is now recognizing it and is calling it the second brain. That part of the 100 trillion microbes that lives in your 10 trillion cell body. 40% of those microbes decide to live one place in your body. It functions like an organ inside of the organ. It is located inside of your colon, your gut brain. So this is what medical scientists call in your second brain. And you know, to align anything to the brain must be something significant, because the brain is the most elaborate, state-of-the-art, sophisticated, intricate organ inside of the human body. When you are going to liken something to your brain, then isn't that significant? We're not talking about it's like a team of scientists, a little team of doctors in one hospital or one medical school, or a team of research scientists. We're talking about 50,000 scientific papers published in just the last 5 years about the microbiome, the gut microbiome, and the total microbial population inside your body. In the last 5 years, look how many studies were, 50,000. So ladies and gentlemen, this is not small. Your microbiome may be the greatest part of you that you never knew. Tonight, as you learn this, it may cause a type of disruption. Don't be worried. It's not only for you. It's a disruption in the entire medical scientific circle. It's causing people to rethink, to relook at how we look at the human body. So much so that Professor Tim Spector of King's College, United Kingdom, is saying that the textbooks of this world has to be rewritten. Those we now have has to be torn up. We have to set them on fire, because they no longer represent who we are as human beings with what we now know. What we now know is giving us a better understanding of our human construct, because we are not 100% human cells, and far from it. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't even have our human body to ourselves. We have travelers with us on our journey. And here's the important part. They are as legitimate a part of our body as our spleen, our kidney, our liver, our muscles, our brain. They are legitimate, and we must not try to get rid of them. And even if you try to do for some of them, it is to your own peril, as you will learn further tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we are like a ship that help to transport microbes around. Now, what kind of microbes are we talking about? What do you mean by microbes? Because you might say, long time I leave school. No problem, I'll explain to you. These microbes, they are things you can't see with your naked eye. They're very small. And they're talking about things that goes like bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa, and even some type of parasites. They have formed themselves into an organ that lives inside of your colon. And here's the intriguing thing. They weigh about 3.3 pounds, the same weight as the brain inside of your skull. It is amazing. So the brain in the skull is made up of 100 billion neurons. And the brain in your gut is made up of 39 trillion microorganisms. In medical science now, we call them the microbiome. So hence going forward, we might use them interchangeably as the microbiome, the microbial cells, and things of that nature, but you know, it's the same thing we are talking about. So this might be one of the most interesting periods in human history. We are the first generation to have this understanding of the makeup of the human body. We are now understanding, among other things, that sickness is now a choice. With the understanding that we have of the human body and how it works, we don't have to live with chronic degenerative diseases anymore. Chronic meaning that it is constantly going on. So you're on medication for 10, 20, 30, 40. As long as you're alive and you said to have a particular condition, doctors would tend to say to you, you need medication for the rest of your life. With what we now know, these conditions don't have to be classified as being chronic We can call them acute. You find out that you have it, you help your body to fix what you need to fix, restore your gut microbiome, and your gut microbiome will fix your medical condition, whether it be psychological or physiological. Your gut microbiome has the credentials, collaterals, and the skills. And it was given the assignment by God to you to make sure that it prevents you from getting sicky, like how some people are. They're on so many medications. As long as you remember, some people, they are always sick, especially if they were born by cesarean section. They would tend to become more sickly than persons who were born normal, natural birth. But even some normal natural birth person, because they had an early infection, they were exposed to antibiotics early, it depleted, or what you might want to say, decimated their gut, so damaged that it prevents them from enjoying the quality of health. Because ladies and gentlemen, these microbes are not troublemakers. They are not the source and cause of your problems and sicknesses, as we are now understanding. We have not understood microbes all along. We are just now wrapping our heads around them, and we have now rolled out the red carpet for microbes. Give them tuxedo suit, feeding them champagnes and fine wines, put them at the head of the table, because we are understanding without microbes, we are nothing. We could not function the way we are now functioning if we did not have these microbes inside of our body, ladies and gentlemen. You see, in the human body, we have 22,500 human genes. Genes are what give instructions to the cells in the body to perform certain activity. But scientists agree that to how the human body is intricate and sophisticated, 22,500 genes could not run this body. It's like trying to use your ordinary house generator to run the national stadium. It will burn up. It just cannot do it. So they studied further to find out what else is in the body that is causing the body to function so well. A scientist wrote to them and said, if you are going to consider human health, you have to look at microbial health also. So when they studied the microbes in 2008, the human microbiome study, they found out that we have more than 4 million to somewhat nearly 20 million microbial genes compared to 22,500 human genes in our body. So ladies and gentlemen, hope you're sitting down, because 99% or more than 99% of the genes being expressed in your body to carry on all the metabolic functions in your body are taking place from a non-human source. Yes, the microbes are responsible for the genes being expressed in our body and for executing 99% of the functions that makes our body work. So are we still human beings? We are called a superorganism, a hollow biome. We are an ecosystem comprising of not only human cells, but bacterial cells, viral cells, fungal cells, even parasitic cells. And you and I can't do anything to change that any more than we can change the sun getting up in the morning, rising. You can't stop the sun. You can't stop your body from having these microbes in it. We have to accept that, and therefore change the way now that we medicate ourselves, and the way that we feed ourselves, and the way we expose ourselves to toxic substances. Because how do we live in glass houses, but like to keep company with men who like to fling stones, throw stones? Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not understand who you are likely to hurt yourself. And guess what? We have been hurting ourselves. And one of the things we have done to hurt ourselves is that we allow our medical professionals just to willy-nilly give us antibiotics for infections. Yes, I know the infections are bothersome. They are uncomfortable. An ear infection, an eye infection, throat infection, some other infection in the body. Some are more life-threatening than others. But the truth be told, if your doctor need to give you an antibiotic for the life of me, why doesn't he give you prebiotics and probiotics to restore the gut that will be damaged? The simple answer is that many doctors still do not know. It's possible that your primary care physician, and we're not knocking them, but the truth is they may not have told your primary care physician that you have the microbial population such as you have, and your microbiome in particular, that plays such important roles in your body. And therefore, you just did not know. But here it is, Dr. Susan Lynch, University of Los Angeles. I read her article, she said, we did not know. We as humans just did not know. This is a watershed moment in human history. We are just learning this, and this will change the face of medicine forever. Dr. Susan Lynch is saying that. So if you didn't know, don't be surprised, because many of our who is who doctors and medical professionals and researchers are just learning about the true construct of the human body. But guess what? We cannot wait another 30 or 40 years to learn this. That is why we are happy for a company called Sankey Global. Sankey Global that has come along and has given us information that is helping us to better understand ourselves. Imagine a company from 1970 started to research the human body in a very intelligent way, because they were studying their longest living residents in Okinawa, Japan. These are people who live to be centenarians, meaning that they're 100 years old and more. And they said, we want to know why these guys live to be 100. If you are looking to go to Japan to find an old age home, you're going to the wrong country, because they don't have a thing like old age home. If you were to do a business-minded person and you wanted to go to Japan to establish old age home, for who? Who are you going to put there? These are people that live to be 90 and 100, and still, some of them still farming, still fishing, still meeting up in the evening, and still having social events, drinking teas, running joke. In Jamaica, so jar your bench and palav. And their mental faculties are working well. They're not walking around with a bag at their side to collect waste from their body. They're not mentally deranged. They're not waiting on people to lift them from one point to another in order for them to get around. They are doing it by themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, I will take advice from somebody like that, that they have mastered the art of living well and living long, living healthy, living strong. That is what we have in Sankey Global, sharing with us the secrets of the samurai, the secrets of longevity, and they have now put them in formulations so we can benefit from it. Even though you might have lived very poorly, the good news we have for you tonight is that we have information that can fix that condition you're living with, that you can age more gracefully, that you don't have to expect to be old. When I was younger, I said to myself, I don't want to live to be old. And you know why I said that? I see the difficulty that old people would have walking around with cane, walking around with walkers, walking around very slowly, taking steps again like they are babies again. Once a man, twice a child. Once a child, twice a man. When you have Sankey products. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't want to live to be old, because I realized that many become senile. Many forget stuff. Many had to wait on their family members and caregivers in order to feed them and lift them and to give them a little comfort. I didn't want to be old. But now I understand that being old is a choice. I try to remember what a gentleman said. You are not old because you are sick. You are sick because you're trying to find. You're not sick because you're old. You're old because you're sick. I think I get it right that time. Yes. So we are sick because we just are not being told the truth, even about who we are. We are mostly microbial, and we did not know. And therefore, we're taking antibiotics like you're getting out of style. Oh, okay. We're popping the pills for every ill, and we are now sicker than we have ever been. Ladies and gentlemen, the change has come. The information has arrived. We don't have to be like our foreparents, live on 60 and 70 and say we live to be old. No, the narrative has changed. Why not live to be 90? Why not live to be 100? Why not live to be 100 and beyond with the information that we now have? So tonight we're going to be learning about some products, and you'll be hearing about them soon after I invite Dr. Pereira to come to the microphone. I really wish I had more time to tell you how the microbiome is responsible for your very mood, making serotonin. Wish I had time to tell you how your microbiome is responsible for your immune health, which is what Dr. Denise is going to tell you. How it's responsible for your very digestion. It determines if you're fat or if you're asleep. It switches off and switches on your genes. It controls your endocrine system, your glands, and your hormones, and the very metabolic functions of your body, or you ingest food, or you digest food, or you break down food, or you use food as energy, or food help to repair and maintain the body, or you make enzymes and hormones. Ladies and gentlemen, little by little, we try to give this information to you, because if we were to take the time to tell you, midnight would come, and we still would have only just begun. Ladies and gentlemen, we are happy now to introduce to you and to bring to the microphone Dr. Denise. Dr. Ruthan, can you confirm for me, please, that Queen Dr. Denise is on the line?
Yes, she is. She's right there. She just unmuted her mic.
Oh my God, hear her laughter coming through.
Oh
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you one of the darlings of Trinidad and Tobago. When she was born, they called her Joy because her laughter was infectious. And she brought joy and warmth to the hearts of all those who saw her laugh and just wanted to lift her and spin her around and kiss her. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you a genius. I bring to you the Google of good health and nutrition. She studies your body. She hears what you're saying with your voice. But when she looks at your blood, she's seeing how healthy your blood is and how sick your blood is, because that is where she studied the human body. She look at the cellular level. Ladies and gentlemen, few persons are more qualified to speak to us about human health, to speak to us about the microbiome and the immune system. Let me get out of the way and of greatness and invite to the microphone right now, Queen Dr. Denise Pereira out of Trinidad and Tobago. Please open the microphone and speak to us. Thank you so much.
Good night, you guys. Love you guys. Much love coming from the Caribbean island. Oh, we had a hot day today. But nonetheless, we are here for the information that, Master Clive just spoke about. Every time I hear him, I always learn something new. I always have my pen and paper with me. It is very important and it is imperative that we really take in this information, because folks, let me tell you something. Coming on these calls every night is not for style, it's for information for your health. And I'm very passionate when it comes to this. Sometimes you might see the severity in my voice, because I'm seeing sick people every day begging and crying out for something, for some healing, for somebody to reach out to them. And when they reach up to their medical doctors, you could see the blanks on their faces, because every time they're taking these loads of antibiotics and pumping these pills, it's just getting them sicker and sicker. And, this information is so like gold nuggets. You mightn't see it now, but, we need to really take note of what is being said tonight. I just want to touch a little bit on the immunity and the microbiome. It is so important. We have to understand the beginning of all life form in order to come to the middle and to the end. And sometimes we have to take the end now and bring you right back to the beginning, to the start of everything, so you can understand what actually happens with the immune system. You know, folks, today we are bombarded with so many diseases, and it's not COVID, you know, it's not SARS, it's not MERS, you know, it's cardiovascular, it's kidneys, is pancreatic, it's liver, it's cancers of all sorts that actually it is what is diseased in our body. So it didn't take a virus for us to now identify, okay, that this is what is happening in our system. So the beginning of all things start at the vertical transmission of the microbiota, which is in birthing, in delivery. And I know Master Clive touched on it, but this is where the start and the ending of the beginning of life and the ending of life happens. When you are born, a vaginal delivery, vaginal delivery of a newborn is associated with the mother's microbiome. So they get their gut microbiota, and that helps in the propelling of life and how life is supposed to begin with that newborn baby. And it is documented. We are seeing it. I have personally, as a midwife, I actually, yes, do deliveries of babies as well. I was trained in that field as well. And when you see a vaginal birth, you actually see that connection. And that is where everything starts, by that vaginal delivery. It acquires the gut microbiota, right? As similar to the mother's vaginal microbiota. And why I am going into details with this is because a baby born vaginally has a microbiome that looks exactly like its mother, based on analyzing of the stool samples and the bacteria species in the baby gut. So you know, when you have a baby and you stay in that hospital bed, they keep you for 72 hours, so at least they see the baby poop. Well, that meconium, which is really what they look at in the stool. If it looks blackish in color, it is amazing. When you are dying, the stool looks black as well. And when you are born, it looks black. You see the connection there? And that is the microbes, the microbiome, all the species there that of the microbiota to help in the newborn and to actually start its immune system into order and into life, starting in that baby. All right. The difference, while the bacteria of a C-section delivered baby only has 41% match with those of its mothers. So what we are saying here is more bacteria in cesarean delivered babies were derived from where? The outside sources of the mother. Example, you get it from the hospital workers, because when C-section happened, they take you up and they take you to clean you and so forth. And the only microbiome and bacteria you get is from your skin of the mother and from the mouth. And these bacteria in the skin and the mouth are not the ones normally needed in the lower gut to promote maturity, and the most and it is most effective in metabolizing. So what we are seeing is that there is a lack in a C-section baby. Let's face it, science now has been throwing out the information to us. So in an infant that is born vaginally, it is colonized with the Bifidobacterium longum, Bifidobacterium catenulatum, and all these bacteria and anaerobes such as Rosaburio, Staphylococcus, Streptococcus, Atopabium, and all of these wonderful big words, bacteria, but it simply is the microbes and microbiota that helps in developing and colonizing the human gut, which is into the baby's gut, so that it can carry on a healthy and a proper immune life as it grows. All right. So when the C-section when a C-section baby is born, as I said, they get these lesser microbial richness and diversity. So what they get, it has an under representation of E. coli, Shigella, and bacterial species, which those are actually less than and can make that child, as that child grows up, develop a lot of immune disorders. And we ain't talking about just chronic immune disorders. It is documented. I see it every day when I go into that blood spill and I look at that, and I can actually ask the mother, C-section or vaginal birthing, and right away they pump out, oh, the baby was C-section with all these allergies and all of these things. So that is where the direct connection is. It starts at birthing. So that's when we talk about immunity and the microbiome. This is what leads to all of these conditions that we are seeing today, and conditions such as everything that we have started to see in allergic reactions with children: asthma, hay fever, eczemas, gastroenteritis, IBD, celiac disease. Master Clive spoke and touched on these fancy names here: leukemia, neuroblastoma. It actually is, it actually affects even the mental growth of the babies. So as seed babies develop, they were missing these bacteria. And guess what? At 4 months, then these things start to, fall in place, and the allergies, the interaction of issues about diseases and so forth, they started to see a connection in the development of their mental stage during their first year of life. And they realized that the signature, C-section signatures, bacteria species differed from those of the vaginal delivered babies. So what they are saying now is that when they have not been exposed to the mommy's birth canal, they have lost nearly half of all of their bacteria that is in constructing their microbiome as they grow older, so that their immune system can fight against anything and everything that comes within the body. And notwithstanding too, it is also affected by how they were brought up in eating, their eating habits. All right. It is so important that we understand what has happened when as a child is growing up. We are so, they are programmed, so then you can identify, and we talk about the centenarians and, what is nutrigenomics, when, as Master Clive said, we're going to look at the products later down, and what is the connection, because studying it also has a lot to do with where they live, their background, the foods that they eat, how they perform, the climate, and everything that is being put into that system. So nowadays, modern days, we have programmed our children to do the snacks, to do the processed, to do the milky stuff, to do all of these things. And that is where the degeneration is starting, because metabolizing by the early infant microbiome is central to the production of their key vitamins, ions, amino acids. I mean, I'm calling some big words here, but it simply means enzymes, and that helps to break down and digest food. And where it all starts? In the gut. So when you are lacking all these the microbiota, and you're lacking all these microbes, and you're lacking all the microbiome in itself is out of wind and out of balance, then we see how it affects the immunity. All right. So it all leads back to the gut. So the microbiome, as we have been talking, is very important to our human biology, total, not full stop. Okay. The microbiome primary functions is aiding in digestion. And I always say, if there is one disease, there is one cure, and it starts in the gut. All right. And maybe you'll get it later down, but we have sessions concerning that. It aids in the digestion, which is imperative in how we utilize food, nutrition within our body. It can bring us inflammation, or it can bring us life. Okay. Endocrine system releases the hormones, which the microbiome signals the endocrine system so that it could release hormones to all the other glands in the body to produce what it needs to produce. And it also kills invasive pathogens. So what we are seeing that every day, folks, billions of our cells in our body wear out and need to be replaced. And the whole entire cellular lining of the gut is replaced every 72 hours. So just picture that gut, that colon. all right? So in order to maintain this continuous turnover of cells, so it is always rejuvenating and repairing and replenishing. But if we are giving it dead, what's going to happen? It can't repair, it can't rejuvenate in the 72 hours. So it's overloading now and it producing dead. So it's dead to the entire system, all right? So this is why what happens with your innate immune system. There are white blood cells, all right? Many of you know them. Some of them I'll just call one: neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, and all of these cells that comes into the body to help bring about the immune system. It comes on site when a pathogen comes in there, or bacteria that goes crazy in our system, and they come on stream to fight these things. But if we are producing, the microbiome is not producing, guess what happens? It builds up cytokine storms within our system. And instead of you have instead of the cells, it gets into the wellness state. It actually is, I'm trying to bring it down simple to you guys. It actually produces a storm and it overproduces these proteins. So it works against the body and start to destroy the system. So what we have to do is to actually bring that balance back. I just want to be simple. Bring the balance back to the microbiome. So we have to understand that when these is basically proteins, proteins actually accelerates whether good or bad bacteria in our system. It is what builds the T cells, the B cells, the CD4 cells, or natural killer cells within our body. So when these bacteria cannot give the correct signal to these cells to do what it is required to do, then we have a immune system that goes, into degeneration. So so the bottom line to all of this, just making it short, is that the human gut actually colonized these microbiota early in life, because I spoke about the birthing aspect of it, all right? And it is recognized that the bacteria in the gut is the beneficial function that plays the key role in the immune system in its development, and also to protect against these pathogens that come into our body. So at birth, the infant gut is sterile and become colonized with bacteria during delivery, okay? So therefore, the microbial content, right, in the intestines will be determined by its environment exposure and its host genetics. So folks, we have to understand that intestinal microbiome makeup is the second brain, or is the entire brainchild, as Master Clive would say, behind everything that makes up, repair, rejuvenate, regenerate, heals, sets out our stem cells to do what it's supposed to do in our body. So it is that is what influences the whole of our being. So when we look at this in its entirety, I mean, it's loads of information here. We have to understand that non-pathogenics and pathogenics means we all live together in this synergy. But what tends to happen when these good and bad bacteria in our bodies goes out of balance, we actually become more harmful to ourselves. So instead of our action happening, we get reaction. And that is the cause of many of our diseases, cancers, cardiovascular, diabetes, and all of these is when these microbes go out of balance. It affects the immune system in the way in which the bacteria that we talk about, all the big fancy words bacteria, that actually plays the role in the degeneration when it doesn't give the right signals to these bacteria to do what it needs to do and displace in our body for wellness. I hope I have not gone over too much with information. You understood it in a simple form, and we can move on in other sessions concerning this. Back over to you, Master Clive. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. Because this information was so beautifully said, and we appreciate it. So we are learning that it is the gut microbiome that teaches, supervises, trains, and even feed the immune system. And that is why it is so important that we know about the microbiome so that we can protect ourselves properly. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move into our 4 fantastic formulations. We struggle to just call these products or supplements because these come to the body with a type of attitude that supplements and products do not come with it. When these come to the body, it says 2 bowls cannot rain in a 1 pen. If these Sankey Global products come, then sickness and diseases will have to go. Because Dr. Edeas and team does not make these formulations to fix symptoms of sickness and disease. So it's designed to help the body for the body to heal itself. Cause the space in the body to be pregnant with all the nutrients for the body to heal itself. So ladies and gentlemen, in speaking about these 4 products, I'll be speaking about the Asaki. Then we have Dr. Ruth and Lightborn will be speaking for 5 minutes, as I will about the Asaki, about the Belage. And the one that Dr. Denise Lau, the inner 7. Few people can explain the inner 7 as well as Dr. Denise. And then hopefully, I hope she's on, Nurse Adderley will be speaking about the corneal fire, each of us about 5 minutes. So you can understand the efficacy of these formulations. Ladies and gentlemen, as I speak about the Asaki, the truth be told is that we have never had a company that is so blessed with information because the Sankey Global Company studied the centenarians from 1970, which is 51 years now. Because of that period of study, that initial study they did for 40 years before they came to market with the first product was a very telling period in human history because we are now understanding the human body better and therefore how to take care of it. We have never had products that bore in mind the composition of the human body with the microbes in contrast with the human cells. We have never had a company that making formulations of this nature. So when you make a product like Asaki with Bovia that help us to feed the microbes in the body, this is a step ahead of the rest of the game. Because many companies are only making nutrients for the human cells. This company realized the importance of microbes and they have made a formulation in Asaki with 596 different what they call metabolites designed to feed the microbes in the body. This is big because if the microbes play such an important role in our body in terms of the cells, 100 trillion cells, in terms of the genes, more than 4 million genes, then guess what? You have to feed them too. You have to take care of them. Because if you do not feed them, they're going to feed on you. Yes, the mucus lining of the gut, they feed on it, then they tear away an epithelial layer that protect the content of the gut from going into the rest of the body. And when that is damaged, that's causing leaky gut. Leaky gut causes 95% of the diseases in the body, which are inflammatory by design. And the only way to fix back leaky gut and prevent 95% of the acute, the chronic diseases and the autoimmune diseases is to seal up back, heal up back the gut, and you prevent the disease from happening inside of the body. Now, when you have a product like Asaki, it's designed to nourish and feed, fortify your microbiome, cause it to be healthy, vibrant, rich, and strong, because you don't want to have a weak microbiome. And when that is strong, it maintains the integrity of the gut. Plug up the holes in the gut and prevent the content of the gut from leaking into the body, which causes a tizzy in the immune system and sets off an inflammatory response all the days of your life. So can you imagine? We hail this product alone would have made Sankey Global $1 billion company and a successful company, because any product that is catering to the microbes in the body is big. Any product that is helping you to absorb 20% more protein is large, because we need protein, amino acids, in order to heal and maintain and repair the human body. So here's a company that allows a product to help us to absorb 20% more protein. Do you know what that means to someone who is aging and cannot absorb protein readily? Ladies and gentlemen, this product is not small. And yet also, this product feeds your trillions of mitochondria. Another big word, but guess what? The energy producing sections of your cell. Some cells have 2,000 different mitochondria in it to produce the energy. Maybe like the neurons or the heart cells, some muscle cells and things like liver cells and so on. We need a lot of energy to do what those cells in those bodies need to do. Can you imagine? These products are feeding these mitochondria to make them healthy, fit and strong. Because when the mitochondria need help, it reaches out to the microbiome, and the microbiome sends over metabolites to help it out, to rev it up, to fix it, to heal each of them. So each of your cells is producing the right amount of energy. So you don't need to go to the supermarket, etc., to buy these energy drinks. We have hundreds of energy drinks these days. People drinking how many cups of coffee every day, eating donuts, eating pizza, eating those sweet cakes to try and give them fake energy from sugar. And when you're eating so much sugar, you might be feeding cancer. So if you have a sweet tooth, ask your dentist to extract it next time you go there, because a sweet tooth might be a suggestion that you are feeding cancer and you are feeding the bad bacteria in your body. So ladies and gentlemen, in this Asaki product, we have the most intelligent product on the planet that is nourishing your microbiome, nourishing your human cells, nourishing the mitochondria, and give you back the ability to absorb protein. Who could think of this without a study? And who can study like the Japanese? And who have they studied? The most successful people in health and longevity, the Okinawa ones. So we have success as our example. We don't use sickness as our example, isn't it? And that is why, before this month comes to an end, you need to get this Asaki product in your body to restore your good up microbiome so it might be functioning at optimal level. You don't want to be caught in COVID-19 with a damaged, compromised microbiome, because the microbiome is what runs things in the body as like the internet. What the internet is to the cell phone is what the microbiome is to the human body, like your internal manual. It is what identifies you. Something I wanted to say earlier, that it is your microbiome that identifies you, because 1/3 of the microbes in the body is common to everybody. The microbiome, common to 1/3. 2/3 is unique to you. That is what identifies you as you being this unique individual, more than even your fingerprint. 2/3 of your microbiome is unique to you. Don't damage you. Understand your identity, protect your identity. Let no one steal your identity. Ladies and gentlemen, this is that small. Let me hand over to Queen Dr. Ruth Ann to take us to the Bellards. Thank you, Dr. Ruth Ann.
Wow, wow, wow. I absolutely love it. Oh my God, Clive, that was amazing. So what do we have? We have Bellarge Beautiful Age Morning Shower. Guys, this product right here is one of the flagship products. This is one of the first products that they brought out after they were formulating and trying and testing after 40 years. 40 years, guys. So it took them 40 years to get where they are and make sure that this product could do what it needed to do. And it's made out of the bacteria from the olive leaf as well as the rosemary. We have some a little bit of turmeric in there as well. But this product reactivates our body's antioxidants right here. It also flushes the liver down as well as, hold on 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Clive, take over for 1 second.
Okay, so Dr. Ruth Ann is speaking about the Bellards Beautiful Age. Ladies and gentlemen, the first product of this company. And when you understand the benefits of Balaj to your body, you're going to want it, especially if you're concerned of circulation inside of your body. And we have a microscanner that is able to tell us how effectively and efficiently this product works in the body in 15 to 20 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not small. Dr. Mutana, you're back as yet? I don't want to overtalk. But ladies and gentlemen, what we have in Belage is a product that is able to cleanse the inside of your cell. You know, like how you use rag and water and soap to clean the outside of your body. You always wonder what's going on the inside of your body, why you're not feeling so well. Can you imagine this product is designed to go inside and to do an internal shower? Can you imagine? Shower your liver, shower your heart. Rastaman would say, why drink some coconut water to wash your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, this product washes even your brain in case it is sprayed. This product washes all the inside of your tissue. And what is in the tissue? Your cell. Find the cell and begin to cleanse the cell of all heavy metal and debris and toxins and gunk in the trunk that is preventing the receptors from working well and receiving proper instruction. It cleanses it. And if the cell begin to get healthy, oh, yo, what's going to happen to the body?
The entire body will be on track. So yes, you heard King Clive. And of course, when we talk about improving blood circulation, that is especially for the men out there that are on this call, and for the women who have men that they saying, huh, listen, you need some, yeah, you need this. And you don't have to tell them why they need it. Just tell them drink it, eh? And you'll be happy. He'll be happy. Everybody will just be very happy. How about that? So this is what the Balaj will actually do. And guys, you know, it also cleanses the liver. It flushes the liver out, and it makes the brain happy. It hydrates the brain because of the nanopack technology. It's, you know, literally covered so that it can go through the gastric acid, get through the bloodstream, permeate that wall, get into the mitochondria and feed the mitochondria, also increasing the hydration at the cellular level. Like I said, it permeates the eye wall barrier and the brain barrier. So this is fantastic for persons that are seriously suffering with depression and anxiety. This would be the product that we would definitely look to and say, this is what you need, and you need it now. Alzheimer's and dementia, this is one of those products that you need. If someone is suffering with, you know, the creaks in the legs, the tingling, the numbness, you need Balaj. This is the product that they spend years on to make sure that it was just right, formulated just right. And so guys, I say to you, and I ask everybody, if you don't start anywhere on our system, start with the Balaj. Back to you, King Clive. King Clive, I think you're muted because I can't hear you.
Oh my word, I'm saying all of that. Oh my word, thank you so much. Yeah, man. So the Belage and the Asaki, very good combination of products. But ladies and gentlemen, wait until you hear about the inner seven. You may believe you are in heaven. Queen Dr. Denise, will you please tell us about your darling product, the inner seven, please?
Oh my gosh, I just so excited when I hear inner seven, because those minerals just get me on a high. This inner seven, folks, minerals are very important for the daily maintenance, repairing, recovery in the entire body, in the whole biosystem, the viability that minerals give into the system, especially the blood cells. The blood cells, it's what the minerals gives the blood cells the life force, because anything that you put into the body, if it cannot be absorbed without minerals in these cells. So you might be taking something, it going straight into the body, because and I could tell you, when you do a prescribed med, there is something called MSM in it, which is a 20-something long letter word, but that is actually certain types of minerals that goes into the bloodstream, into the blood, so that you can absorb the antibiotic or the blend of that chemical that they're giving you in that tablet. If you notice, sometimes when you take it, after a while, 2 to 3 days, the body crashes, so you don't feel anything again. It is because the mineral contents have been depleted. And folks, you see magnesium is very, very important. It's one of the main minerals that helps the body in terms of repair. It's also the second most abundant element inside the human cell, the mitochondria. So we must have that constant supply of magnesium, because magnesium only stays within the body between 4 to 6 hours. So once it's depleted, it's what we call the spark of life. And when magnesium is depleted, we get certain chronic degenerative conditions, to name a few, such as asthma, anxiety attacks, blood clots, disease, kidney disease, musculoskeletal conditions. I mean, I've treated a lot of people with osteochondrosis, knee issues, arthritic conditions, the wear and tear of the synovial fluid drying up in the joints and bones, and all of these, ankylosing spondylitis, and all of these things in the human body, especially when it comes to bones and degeneration. All right, nerve problems, insomnia, gynecological problems as well, osteoporosis, even heart disease. First, let me tell you something. I am so blown away. This has over 60 plus minerals formulated in this. All right. But we can't even put all of them on the box because it ain't go fit. All right. It supports the cellular inner balance, helps in detoxifying the cells, improves insulin sensitivity as well. So folks, it even is most important in metabolizing. Magnesium, I talk about, helps to convert the blood sugar to energy, and it is an anti-stress agent. It attracts water to the intestines. Many of us don't drink our water. So when you drink the mineral and the belage, I have felt on a day of dehydration where I don't drink much water, it makes you feel thirsty to drink water. So that's a good thing. All right. Calcium helps reduce body acidity. It's not only good for teeth and bones, but it also good for building red blood cells in the bone marrow. It also good for oxygenating the blood and strengthening the veins and arterial vessels and walls in the body. All right. Selenium has effect on vitamin C. It's rejuvenation and protects microcirculation. Potassium regulates the heart and muscle and promotes the smooth transmission of signal caused by stimulus along nerves. Persons who have had nerve issues and degeneration, disc degeneration, all of that, spinal issues, it has started to feel cushioned once more. And potassium, when a body is low in potassium, you might feel arrhythmias, palpitations of the heart, because it's regulated by the thyroid gland. And if you don't have enough potassium, you might think you're getting a heart issue, cold sweating, all of that. But you must know the difference between heart. I'm not saying it's when you're getting that feeling, don't go call the ambulance, all right? But there are certain things that you can gauge and see within your body, anxiety attacks and all of that, So when potassium is low, and copper also regulates the blood cholesterol. So there you have it. I've seen a lot of people do their mixture, spray it along their hair, and it starts to grow, and all of these. It is a lot of things that you would hear us talk about. But I have a personal one on this inner 7, because today, I mean, I don't know, I'm like a tomboy. I never grew up girly. So I always climbing trees and doing all kind of sorts of MacGyver stuff. So maybe I had some concussion, some falls, some hits on my head, but it never was visual, did, scans and so forth, never show up anything. But during the past few using of this, I said today, normally I would do like a 1 or 2 packets a day. So today I was just feeling very, I decided to take in some more products today. So I just took about 3 or 4 packets of inner 7 within 3 to 4 hours. And I noticed I started to feel a kind of inflamed throbbing at the back of my head. So I'm saying to myself, wow, something is going on here, man. I mean, I've never felt that way before, taking the products and even the belage and so forth. But you know what? I started to feel a little bit of, I know it was some inflammation, has to clean out of my sinus, sinusitis glands there or something, because when I bend the head forward, there's where everything happened. The pressure, no headaches, but I can just feel that something was pulling, and I just started to feel that drip. And I know Queen Dr. Rutan said that was some of the things that she felt before, but I'm saying to myself, wow, so maybe I need to take 5 and 6 packets of this thing a day because I want to get anything out of the inflammation out of my head. So I can see that that is one of my personal among others, but you know, it is so important that what minerals do in the repair and cleaning and flushing the system out of inflammation and impurities. Back over to you, Sir Clive.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I've heard about the Asaki, heard about Belage, heard about Ida 7. Which one to go? Quanu Fire. Quanui Fire. So we pronounce it, try to get the French part of it going. Please tell me that Nurse Donnelly Adderley is on the line.
Yes, she is. She's right there waiting for you.
She is waiting. She is so nice, waiting up to tell us about it. Ladies and gentlemen, few people are qualified to tell us about the Conway fire than Nurse Adderley. This Nurse Adderley, please come to the microphone and blow up this fire. Thank you. She cannot do her microphone.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. It fell again. Just keeps on dropping her off. Give me 1 second. Okay, here she comes right about now. There you go, Nurse Donnelly.
Hi, good afternoon, and wow. Dr. Ruthan, please, put in the chats. Please do not call Nurse Donnelly right now. She got to do this on the Zoom. Please, the people keep on calling me while we're doing the Zoom, and I'm using my phone, and I just keep on getting hit right off, guys. But this is so much information tonight, and I thank you, King Clive, for having me here to talk about my baby. My baby is the canoe, the canoe fire. And the thing about it, guys, this product is awesome. And let me just begin. The product has a compound called ONR, right? And the ONR is to help with weight loss by preventing digestion of carbohydrates. And the ONR is formulated by two herbal plants called olive and the rosemary. And also there's an addition of black beans. So I said, okay, hold on. Let me get the white papers and let's see what's going on here. So I hope you all have your pen and paper to see what's going on here. And I ain't gonna be before you long, but I can be before you strong right now. The olive contains many bioactive compounds that are antioxidative, right? Anti-hypertensive, anti-inflammatory, hypoglycemic, and cholesterol properties, right? So several reports demonstrated that the olive possessed antimicrobial properties against some microorganisms such as bacteria and fungi. These potential health benefits of Belage are mostly related to low molecular weight. And look here, to know that the olive leaf inside this product is that powerful is a wow. I don't know what Beverly Holden says tonight, but that's all I can say. And with the rosemary is considered one of the most important sources for the extraction of phenolic compounds with strong antioxidative activity. Rosemary extracts is enriched with phenolic, right? Compounds. Now let me break that down. They are effective antioxidants as well, right? But they also possess plenty of other beneficial effects, like antimicrobial, they're antimicrobial, and guess what? Also in the rosemary, the extract is also antiviral. And this in the white papers from Psyche Global Girls. Look, I'm sorry, kings and queens. And also anti-inflammatory. I ain't joking. This right here. And guess what? It also is known to be effective, an effective chemo preventative agent. Y'all don't know what we got here at Slanky. And guess what? I look up the black beans. The black beans, they help with digestion. They help to lower LDL cholesterol and stabilize the blood sugar. There's also so the soluble fiber helps in preventing the speedy increase of blood sugar levels after meals for the people who have insulin resistant and hypoglycemia. The soluble fiber of the black beans also prevent constipation and enriches and increases the volume of your stool, guys. Look here. Black beans also contain polyphenol bloodstream and averts the free radicals from oxidizing cholesterol. The high amount of antioxidants also help to sustain cell damage and repair damaged cells, as well as build resistance by increasing your immunity levels. This all in this, oh my goodness, in this canoe fire, right? Look here, guys. It brings down the cholesterol of people who actually are complaining with elevated cholesterol. When they go back about 3 months later, their cholesterol markers go down. In addition to providing slow burning complex carbohydrates, black beans can increase your energy by helping to replenish your iron stores. Wow, 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 wow. And guess what? In combination with the black beans, the rosemary, and the olive leaf, both of them have sleep compounds in them. So they combined the three so that you could get GABA, you could get the melatonin, and guess what? All just does a hum in your body to put you fast asleep, because the three of them are sleep agents. And then some people say, okay, well, I could just boil all them together. Guess what? You can't, because see, the oh Lord, come on now. The nanobiotechnology that Sankey used is patent, y'all. And so no other company has this. Y'all could go in the bush as much as y'all want to. Y'all could buy this as much as y'all want to, but y'all do not have the patent. And guess what? When this thing goes into the digestive tract, all of our products, they're made so small that it's able to get through the digestive tract without being broken down, like how these other things are broken down. And when you go to the bathroom, your urine smell high or a different color, or your stools are hard and gray. That means that all that just come right out. You pass that right out, but not with Sankey. This it goes into your bloodstream and is able to go into your cells, guys. This is so phenomenal. King Clive, look here. This microbiome movement has got me so excited and powered up over here. It might be, look here, it might be the Belage and the Canoe. I don't know. I am fired up by this knowledge. I think you're muted again.
Wow. I thank you so much for chiming in the way that you have. The conway fire. Listen, gentlemen, pick your choice. The whole of them nice. But guess what? If you order them, the company will ship all 4 to you. And you can just bless them and take them and see how they fix your body. There's a feeling, you see, that you get when you know you are using a Sankey Global product, it is difficult to explain. It's like you know you're doing the right thing. It's like you're buying back health. You're buying back time. You're turning back the hand of time. It may be a stitch in time that saved nine. You just know you're doing the right thing. Ladies and gentlemen, do the right thing as we encourage you to take and expose your body to these products. You deserve it. The better quality of health, better quality of life. Thank you. Again, Nurse Adelaide. Thank you, Dr. Ruth Ann. Thank you, Dr. Denise, for chiming in talking about these products. We're not quite finished as yet. Give us a few more because we want to give you an opportunity to ask questions in the last 10 minutes. And I'm going to ask Dr. Ruthan also to tell us what creativity we could employ that people can get these products for free. What level of energy, effort you need to make that you can keep these products in your home. So I know you are best able to do that. But before I ask you to come with that, Dr. Ruthan, I'm going to invite out of Canada. Team Canada is in the house, large and in charge. And we have an announcement for you that may knock your socks off. And I'm going to invite none other than the beautiful and amazing Marva Lindsay out of Team Canada to open her microphone and give us an announcement that we need to hear, especially for folks who are in Canada. Lady Marva, will you open the mic, please? Make it to the call.
Good evening, everyone from all over the world.
Yes.
And thank you so much for chiming in tonight. And this announcement is doesn't just serve for Canada, King Clive. We're international, remember. So
Yes.
once we open up our airspace, you know, everybody's invited. So on Saturday, this Saturday, the 19th of June at 12:30 p.m., King Clive and myself is going to be interviewed by the great Jacqueline Dixon, amazing host, full of knowledge. This lady is out of sight. She is she's as Clive called her, the Oprah of Canada. And so we'll be having chime in. We're gonna be sending the flyers out soon, and we want you to chime in because we're not gonna give you anything. We're not gonna tell you anything about freebies or anything like that. We're not telling you anything like that. Chime in. The information gonna be great, and the time is gonna be well spent. It's gonna be an evening that you will not forget. It's we're gonna be on like I said, it was going to be on at 12:30, and we're full of energy for this. We're ready. We are ready. We've been planning this for a while with Miss Dixon. It's a GBKM network, and they are amazing. They're amazing. So come on out and enjoy the afternoon and learn something. Bring your thinking cap on, write, bring your paper and pen and write. Okay, you're gonna get something good. Okay, so thank you so much for having me. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Bless you, bless you. The Ordinary People Show with the great Jacqueline Dixon. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for launch in off. We are going places we have never been before. Oh Lord, the Lord is opening doors, and I hope you're catching the fever and the fire. You think you're sipping Conway fire. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ruthan, help me to say to somebody how they can keep these products in their home, how they can get them. Because somebody said we need to have these products available for the children, for the adults, for mama and papa. Please tell us the most creative way to do that, please, before the question and answers.
Well, one of the main ways, we are, I like to say we are a direct selling company. I hate the word network marketing sometimes and relationship building, but there is a way for that individual that says, you know what, I realize that I need this in my home and I need this on my shelf all the time for my kids and for my family. Well, guess what? one of the greatest things that we have is our mouth. So if we just utilize that mouth that we have and share this information with 3 people, and every time those 3 people purchase 2 products, guess what? You're going to get $100, as well as you're going to get 2 free products. That's if you decide to join us as a member. And I tell persons, become a member. You can be a customer. Guess what? We love customers. I'm not knocking customers. And guess what? You don't have to be a member either. But I'm saying this to you because some people say, well, how am I supposed to afford it? How am I supposed to make sure that I have my products every month? Well, this is a simple way. Just be a member. You know, now you can be a customer and you can purchase every single month, every single week, depending on however quickly you use the products. That is up to you. And like I said before, we don't have a problem with customers. But if you're that individual that I know, like with me, a mother of 6, I say, you know what, every time I do anything, I want to save money. That's just me. And so in doing that, I'm going to be a member. I didn't say business. So don't get it twisted. Don't get it confused. I didn't say you have to be a business partner. I did not use those words. I said member. And the reason why I said member is because you might not want to do what we call, because everybody says, oh, auto ship. No, you might not want to do that. So then you can be a member. And in being a member, it allows you to get the price cheaper than the customer, but it also allows you to talk to your friends about the product. When they purchase the product, the company, every time they purchase 2 products and it's 3 customers within your 28-day cycle, the company is going to give you $100 first off, and then they're going to give you 2 free boxes, a box of Ballage and a box of Creneau. I mean, I don't know about you, King Clive, but I don't think you can beat that. Not with a 10-foot pole. I mean, I think that makes it as easy and as simple as you possibly can make it. You know, I think that's simply amazing. And yes, like Marva said, we have a Father's Day special. But let me show you what the membership packages look like for those that are interested. So by now, like I said, you've decided where you kind of fall in the whole synopsis of all of this that we've shared with you tonight, because you might be that individual that says, I just need more information. So you're number 1. And so you're going to get back to that person that brought you this call and ask them for more information. And nothing's wrong with that. So I don't want you to, get it twisted that we have a problem. No, we love persons that want more information, because you heard Nurse Donnelly, you heard Dr. Denise, you heard King Clive. We are in the business of sharing information because we just want to make sure that you have full understanding of what we're talking about so that you can get on board and start taking these fantastic products that will absolutely assist and aid in your microbiome. So that might be your number 1. You need more information. You might be number 2 that says, guess what? I am sold, but I want no membership. Just give me the customer price. Okay, fine. No problem. We ain't running you, that child. No. Call the person, get back to the person that brought you this call, ask them, say to them, I would like your customer link, please. And guess what? They will provide their customer link to you. Bottom. That you don't have to hurt your head. You don't have to worry about it. Your customer link will be provided to you. Or you're number 3 that says, okay, I like that idea about saving money. Can I be a member? Yes, you can be a member. And so if you want to be a member, then you're going to decide on which package you want to come in on. And why I say package, it will allow you to get into the company to be able to save money whenever you want to. Whenever you want to purchase, you will save money. So you're a member. And then there's number 4. Number 4 is the person that listened to all of this and they're like, sounds like a blue ocean strategy to me. Sounds like, there's something in this that I need to reinvest and look at because I'm an entrepreneur at heart. And if that is you, select these packages. Once you've selected the packages, set your auto ship and you're heading down the road. You're ready to go. You're ready to Zoom. You're ready to share this information. So I want you, anyone who got on this call tonight, get back to the person that brought you this call and let them know you want to try the products. You want to use the products. You want to be a customer. You want to be a member. You want to be a business partner, whichever you wish to be. That's on you. That's a decision you only can make. But we do say to you, get back to the person that brought you to this call. And like Marva said, we do have a special going on this week. If you purchase 5 products, you will get a gift, a watch for Father's Day, and a box of Ballage, a free box of Ballage, and a free box of Creneau. Listen, when I tell you this company is always giving, to the point where I know in the Bahamas, in our fulfillment center, we always running out of stock because they always give it away every day. I mean, be like, stop giving away the stuff. They're always giving away stuff. So guys, all I can say is get back to the person that brought you to this call and let them know you're ready to get started.
Okay.
Back to you, King Clive.
Hey, thank you so much. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we want to have these products around us to surround us that we have it to take anytime we are ready. Now I'm going to ask Queen Dr. Ruth Ann kindly peruse through the questions and answers to the chat rather, and see if there's any major question that need to be answered tonight and help us to facilitate that, please. Is there anybody with a burning question, or you may post it to the room right now?
I think there's only one question the person asked, in pregnancy, why don't we take the Cronwy Fire? Because, you know, I know it's plant-based, it's 100% natural, but I know it's the thermogenesis of the Cronwy Fire that causes that heating up motion, which is usually around the stomach area, that it happens. So that's why we say don't take it while it's pregnant. Some people do, others don't. So that's a choice you would have to make because of that heating up around the midsection. Nurse Donnelly, are you still there? I don't know if she got dropped. Or Dr. Denise, do you want to answer that?
Yes, in addition to what you said, Dr. Rushan, also you have to look at, because remember in pregnancy, it can be very sensitive. So the moms might be going through different enzymic changes within their bodies, chemical, hormonal changes. So it can affect even their insulin, their glycemic, and all of that, high blood pressure and so forth. So it is very, very, it's like that will be a little sensitive. So you can't really give a overall explanation. That comes within your practitioner and you when it comes to the Cronwy, because of the metabolizing properties that it does to the in digestive system in metabolizing.
Excellent. And then we have another question by Davian Cole that says, which would you recommend for sickle cell patients? Dr. Denise?
Oh, sickle cell patient. Oh, I thought you were sorry.
I mean, I could have, but you could go ahead.
yeah. I guess you have the answer in a 7 Balage.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Those are those two products. Like Dr. Franco would always say, with the sickle cell, you're not going to get rid of it, but at least the sickle in the cell will kind of straighten up. And then of course you need the minerals from that inner 7 to assist, because you are mineral deficient when you're dealing with the sickle cell. That's fibroids, right. Dr. Denise?
Fibroids, you've got to use all 4 of the products, because that's the combination for fibroids, because fibroids is really an digestive metabolizing issue. So you got to have your Balage, you got to have your inner 7, your minerals, the Cronwy to help in digestion, as well as your Hasaki to correct the gut microbiome.
Now, people are asking now about diabetes, asthma, Graves' disease.
Ooh, Graves' disease is a thyroid dysfunction. Hashimoto's and all of that is associated with the endocrine system. So if you need to regulate the hormones, you will actually have to get on your Balage, Cronwy, and inner 7.
And then for that person with asthma, that Balage will also assist. That's the same person asking. And diabetes would be that same Cronwy that Dr. Denise spoke about. That would be, you basically, that what she just said would be your Jelani would be your go-to. Balage, inner 7, and Cronwy. Okay. Let me see. Someone's asking. Now, the person that's asking about high blood pressure, Emily, you must have came very, very, very late. Very late. Cronwy. What about if you gas caused by diverticulitis? If you have gas caused by diverticulitis?
Basically, that's the gut microbiota goes out of balance, is a gut bacteria. So you would have to use colitis, and all of these things stems from that as well. So the Hasaki, I would suggest all 4, because you need to get that body back in order. It means that the microbiome has really, really gone toxic.
Okay. And Tricia Dorsey, where you say, how does the inner 7 function to increase thirst? Because it's salt. So that's why it would increase your thirst levels, especially if you're not drinking enough water. You know, Dr. Frank always says you should be drinking half your body weight in ounces and more. Like that's the minimum. That's not what all you should drink, but that's the minimum of what you should drink. So half your body weight in ounces and then add to it. Okay. Regarding Jelani with Graves' disease, Balage, Inter7, Cronwe, those 3 products can be taken. All of Devon 4 products, do you take them individually? You can mix the Balage, the Inter7 and Cronwe together. You can do Balage and Inter7 together in the morning, do Cronwe at night, Hasaki during the day. And yes, we can drop that link. It would be sankey.bah@gmail.com. You can send your questions there and we will send those out to Nurse Donnelly, to Dr. Denise for them to answer. So if you do have those questions, let me drop it in the chat. In a second. What about poor circulation? Poor circulation is Balage. And then this person saying, I am diabetic, Cronwe is helping well, but losing weight. I might continue the Cronwe as I need it for my diabetes, but not for the losing weight. Thanks. Dr. Denise, do you want to take that one?
Oh, yes, you can continue using your Cronwe. It's what these products do, especially the Cronwe. You might think you're losing the weight, but if you notice when you lose the weight, you're not remaining with flab or thinning out or looking like if your bones is sticking out of your body. It is just getting the body to the desired weight and the desired control that you would have you would become. I've had that a lot with my patients. And they find they're getting too small. But the thing in too small is that it's burning the internal fats, visceral fats, as well as it's toning your body. So if you look at that, and you will realize that your body is toning in itself as well, and you're looking nice and plump. So it's not that you're looking malnourished or you're skinny. It is giving you the desired effect. These products works the opposite. If you need to break down and rebuild, it will. If you need to build up, it's like your high blood pressure. You might ask me, okay, it helps with the high blood pressure, but then will it get too low or too high? It works both ways. It lowers and also it will build back up if it's too low. So that's the nanotechnology in these products. I also see.
Go ahead.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Dr. Rutan. Yeah, I also see somebody put Sjogren syndrome. If it helps, yes. The products that will help with Sjogren syndrome is basically dry eyes and dry mouth. These kinds of, it's an immune system disorder. It's associated with rheumatoid arthritis and lupus. So yes, get on all the 4, especially the Balage, as Dr. Rutan keeps saying. If you cannot get all 4, at least the Balage and the Inter7. Back to you.
And
Dr.
yeah,
Rutan.
iPhone Joy, yeah, you will stop, the weight will stop dropping once you're supposed to be to that desired weight. You know that weight that the doctor always tells you, and then you look at them sideways and say, there's no way I'm supposed to be that small. You know that weight? That's the weight that your body is going to go to. But if you are concerned about it in any way, shape, or form, just add the Hasaki as a meal enhancer versus a meal replacement. So if you feel, because you know, sometimes us island girls feel some kind of way when we lose little, you know, little flesh. We want our little, you know, chunkiness right there. So if you're feeling some kind of way about it, just add the Hasaki as a meal enhancer versus a meal replacement. We were asked if we have distributors in Barbados. I don't think so yet. So listen, whoever you are, get back to the person that brought you this call. Let them know. Get it in Barbados. We're global, baby. We're always willing to just explode. So get back to that person, you know.
We have somebody in Barbados.
Listen, we got someone in Barbados. So listen, get it done, get it done. Does this? Yes, it does help with lupus. I have been clinically diagnosed. I have double-stranded ANA, lupus SLE, as well as transverse myelitis, as well as neuromyelitis optica. So yes, these products definitely help. They assist with your pain. Someone was asking about fluid buildup. The Balage is amazing for that. Getting rid of that excess fluid in your body. Trying to go through all the questions without missing. Can my child take it for Tourette's? Balage, definitely. That's what I'm thinking. What do you say, Dr. Denise, for Tourette's?
Yes, Pelage and the inner 7.
Okay, so there
Yeah.
you have it. I'm trying to see, can persons in England access these products and also be a member? Christine, yes, they can. Right now, the only way to kind of get it to England at this very moment is to actually either have the company ship it directly there, or you can use like a freight forwarder and push it through that way. So like I know like in the Caribbean, initially how we start is we normally ship to a freight forwarder first, and then we send it to our country. So you can start that way first. I have a large belly. Can your product help me? Yes, it can. GB McLean, use the whole system, the 10DX system. You would be amazed at what can happen. Following the program, there is a very stringent nutritional booklet that's simply amazing. You follow it, you will lose the weight. And that is with all 4 of the products. Okay. I think that's everything, King Clive.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, no, knee cramps. Knee cramps would be inner 7 and Balage.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We can ask you please to get back to the person who invited you to this call to facilitate anyone who didn't get to ask a question tonight. So it was nice having you on. I think we had a beautiful call tonight, and we are grateful that you came on and that you might have heard some information that might help you to take better care of your body, take better care of your entire body. And these products are designed to do just that. They enter body, the human cells, the non-human cells, so you might have a better quality of life. Okay.
Yeah, there's a few questions that are coming through, so I'm gonna try and answer them as well. Someone is saying regarding about a cut that is taking too long to heal. That would definitely be the Balage and the inner 7. Because if I'm not even mistaken, and Dr. Denise can correct me if I'm wrong, I think Nurse Donnelly got dropped, but she's a wound care specialist. And if you mix even the inner 7 and the saline water in the, clean water or distilled water, and you spray it on it, that helps as well. And when you bandage the wound, what else? Sinus is Balage. You keep on your pain meds, Davion, keep on your pain meds. We don't ever tell you come off your pain meds. The products are 100% natural and plant-based. So just stay on your pain meds, but take the products, and then you can also always communicate with your doctor. So, okay. I think arthritis, Balage. So I think I got everything, Dr. Denise. Did you?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Okay, great. We have to close now because it's getting too so long now. Some persons are really generous to stay on, but let us bow our heads, let us pray. So Father, we thank you. Lord, you said you desire above all things that we may prosper and be in good health, even as our soul prosper. Lord, many of us, we are hurting and hurting for so long. We thank you, God, that these formulations have arrived in a very timely manner, that we can bless them and take them and to see how we may be helped to reverse, recover, and restore products that works 100% of the time, 100% of the people. Thank you, Lord, for the intelligence. Thank you, Lord, for the technology. Thank you for the will of those who took the time and made the resources available to study these products on the centenary, so we may have what we have tonight. May you cause us to be dismissed with your love, your grace, and your mercy. And may somebody continue to walk in hope, live in hope, and in victory pray. Heal us, Lord, because you're the only healer. We ask mercies in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Amen.
thank you so much for chiming in. Next week, Tuesday again, the Lord spare our lives. We hope to be here. Take along a friend and come back and let us keep on learning together as we take care of our human body. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Bless you
Happy
guys.
Father's Day.
Hey, yes. Okay, great.
I'm covered now. I'm covered.
Covered.